Hello and welcome to the Edinburgh Bike Fitting long-term user review of these MX219, and to the left of me I have
Ed.
Yes.
From Edinburgh Bike Fitting.
Who is the owner of said shoes, and today we're just going to talk to him again a little bit more about how he's found these shoes as like a genuine user as such of the shoes themselves. So one thing just before we start, like, these shoes kind of feature the Competition Last from Lake. So if you look at these, you'll notice that the toe box is slightly wider, and actually the heel cup's slightly less aggressive than the, if you like, the bigger brother, which is the MX332, which is slightly narrower, slightly tighter. And Ed uses these shoes for different occasions. So as we were saying, this shoe he uses a lot more for gravel riding and days where he knows he's not going to have to be jumping on and off the bike. But these ones,
yeah, these ones I use if I'm out for a long day on the gravel or off-road, anything with SPDs. I use these, and I use them for commuting as well when I'm on my shopper bike with SPDs. I find them more comfortable for a long-term day on off the bike than the 332s.
Yeah.
Toe box, as you say, slightly wider, so it's just that little bit more comfortable. And even in the better weather, it's got a bit more ventilation on the uppers, so it keeps you nice and cool. For the commuting piece, it's even got a little reflective tab on the back of the heel, which I quite like as well, so the lights get picked that up. Yeah. Just slightly more comfortable than the full-on 332s. Yeah. These are a year old now.
Yeah, how many miles have you put into those?
Probably put about 600 or 700 miles on these, right, in the year. Never had a problem, never had a hot foot, never had abrasive toes, nothing. Really like them. Loved the colour, that's why I went for them. Splits the opinion a few times. Yeah. When you put them on, you've got to watch what kit you've got on. But no, they're my all-rounder shoe of choice when I've got SPDs on.
Right, okay. So not necessarily just a shoe that you would use on your gravel bike for ripping about.
You can do that every day. Yeah, you can do that, but I tend to use them for more things than just that. Yeah.
How do they fare walking around?
They're okay. They're okay. They're definitely stiff. They've got a carbon sole. Yeah. The rubber is quite grippy, so no problem about slipping and sliding. Yeah. And as I say, they feel to me anyway slightly more forgiving than the 332 if you're going to have them on all day. Yeah. So that's why I pick the shoe for the occasion, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
I'm just pointing this to the camera because you said you've had these a year. Yeah. And you use them around a lot for walking around, and to make it clear just how hard wearing these shoes are, you could almost make an argument that they're brand new. You know, you can hardly pick up any wear on the rubber on the underside. You can see the cleat is definitely worn slightly, just at the top and the bottom, so these shoes have definitely been used. And then even just like the upper, you can tell that even though this upper isn't the reinforced option, this is just the standard upper.
It takes the knocks pretty well.
It takes the knocks really well. Yeah, you could. I mean, I'd be struggling. I know you've used them and they're not quite polished, but I can tell that these shoes are standing up very well to the abuse they've taken from you.
They've never been immersed over the ankles in mud, shall we say, but they've been out in rain, they've been out in snow, they've been out in occasionally even in the sunshine, but they're wearing really well. I mean, all the logos and whatnot, no buffing on them at all. Yeah. I'm really happy with them. I think the value for money is exceptional on these shoes, to be honest. So you could have these as your only shoe if you wanted. Yeah, definitely. And they are available in black.
I was going to ask you how you found, or how you would compare having one BOA, because the thing is, I don't want to take anything away from these shoes because they are great, but if you like, the more advanced shoe has a double BOA system, so I don't know how you feel with these compared to those.
You just don't quite get that same amount of micro adjustability that you would get on the 332. So on the 332, if I'm riding hard, even for me, I kind of benefit from being able to just adjust the pressure across the length of the top of my foot. Yeah. With these ones, I would say I don't go as hard with these ones, so a single BOA kind of does it fine for me, and it's kind of like fit and forget, if you know what I mean. You just put them on, pop them on, dial them up, and that's you for the day. No worries.
The way these shoes have been laced up with the tongue, you could see it kind of features some carbon patches up here, and there's a little bit more going on with the boa lace at the top of the kind of the midfoot of the shoe, right where it attaches onto your ankle, and then down towards the bottom there's kind of more elasticity in the tongue and a little bit more space, and what that just kind of creates is a tighter grab up here and slightly more kind of looseness over your toes. So yeah, I think the way that they've got around a single boa, like they've done it quite smart. So actually you can get your ankle right back and secure in the shoe, but still have enough, if you like, slack for your toes to be able to move around, but without any feeling of sloshing in the shoe at all. So you're, from a fit point of view, your foot's not going to be scrubbing or. And it is a boa, so you can do like tiny little adjustments either way if you've not got it bang on. And the other thing I would say as well, that the interior of the shoe, really comfortable. Yeah, like it's very soft and padded, so they are, like, you know, easily able to put them on all day and give you no issues whatsoever. There's a slight instep in them, as there is in all the Lake shoes, and so like it just kind of creates a little bit more support for the arch of your foot when you're pushing down on the pedal. So like all these things are kind of going on with the shoe before you don't even think about it, but it does perform pretty well. No, I'm really happy with them. As I say, I've had them for over a year now. Really nice. I've got at least 2 or 3 years before I feel the need to splash it again. Yes, get some more. Great shoes. Yeah, well that wraps up our long-term user review of the MX219.